Okay, everybody, here we are. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and I think we are at the climax of Turnabout Goodbyes, which might be the climax of the game. It originally was. Still remains to be seen if we're gonna get the, secret extra, not secret, but the extra case that was added into the DS version of this game. We'll see if it, still is after this. Truth be told, I was originally excited to have one more case, but after how solid, this whole story and its story arc has been, I'm not saying it's gonna be terrible to have an extra case, but I'm a little worried, is it gonna be a good case or is it gonna feel somewhat tacked on? Yeah. No real sense worrying too much about that. Let's just enjoy the game for now. I think this is the climax. It has all the beats there. Unless this next sequence is so Byzantine with its plot twists and figuring out evidence and everything that it takes ages and ages, I think this next pair of episodes is gonna wrap this case up. So, should be exciting. To summarize from last time, we managed to clear Edgeworth from the murder of Robert Hammond. It turned out indeed to be the boat caretaker who was Yanni Yogi, pretending to be a clueless old gaffer. But actually, full of sound mind and full of tragic spite after he got he got blamed to some extent for the death of Gregory Edgeworth, even though he got off on a technicality, the insanity plea. Speaking of that, now Edgeworth has admitted to his own guiltiness in killing his father, so now we're gonna go up to bat for him. Indeed, as we have surmised, it was Miles Edgeworth who killed his father, rather than Yanni Yogi. Whether insanity or not, it was neither here nor there, because it was in fact Miles Edgeworth. Well, we're gonna try and acquit him anyway, and I'm really, at this point, seeing as what a mastermind this guy is, how hard he's plotting with all these schemes of his, I'm really starting to suspect that Von Karma is behind Gregory Edgeworth's death as well. Everything is kind of all the foreshadowing, all the kind of implications are kind of pointing that direction. So we'll see how that goes. But let's get to it. No point delaying this any further. Here we go.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Objection! Nah, I guess not. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was gonna happen from the very beginning, didn't you? See, that's what I mean, that's what I'm starting to believe now as well. I don't know why I didn't believe it right away, given what an obvious villain he is, but it's starting to seem like Von Karma is such a schemer that he has been playing some kind of long game. I guess to get Yanni Yogi and Edgeworth both arrested, which is gonna be the outcome if we don't succeed in saving Edgeworth here and now. Yeah. That's what I'm leaning on really hard now. So, yeah. But we're gonna have to put a stop to that, I'm sure. We'll see.
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Oh, that pensive look. Oh, breaks my heart. Every time Edgeworth does that, and in this case, it's just broken my heart to see him like that. No. Anyway.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Ooh, that's so man, I mean, of course, it fits him, but it's so grim that he calls him Mr. Edgeworth when, he's his mentor. they've had a close relationship, you know, like it has to have been more than just business, but like, you know, now that he's on trial, clearly he is all business, Von Karma, but it's still like, oof, to see that, you know. Yeah, okay.
15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. Oh no, oh geez. Oh geez, this is one of those situations again where it's like Phoenix is smarter than me, cause I don't know what he's talking about. Apart from my, you know, general of look at the guy, I don't think there's anything really pinning the crime on Von Karma or really anyone else except Edgeworth, having heard Edgeworth's story. So, like, I don't know what it is that Phoenix sees. Well, let's hope we can work it out, you know, when we start pressing and questioning and everything. Let's see if maybe I can do some quick, you know, mind aerobics there and work out what it might be that Phoenix has noticed. Right now, oh gosh, did my mouse cursor, did that? Ooh, that does show. Why is that there? Where are you at? Let's put that away there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why my mouse cursor decided to pop in for a cameo there. Oh well. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. Ah, you figure she's, like, begging for Mia to show up again? It's a little unclear, I suppose. Like, maybe she's dropped that angle by now, but I don't know. It probably, that's what's going on. She's still trying to get Mia to show up for that Hail Mary. All right, let's get on with it about DL6. Let's hear it once more, Edgeworth. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Ah, we've seen this shot lots of times. I shouldn't be laughing at it because one of the people here dies, and one of them is going to prison, and one of them might be the killer. So, yeah, this is not supposed to be funny, but, you know. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Okay, well, let's really quickly think about this. Now that Phoenix mentioned that something there sticks out, let's really quickly wrap our noggins what he could have been talking about. Now that I have the eye to pay attention for that, thanks for that, Phoenix. Let's really quickly think about this. I don't see, there's nothing there that's, again, I shouldn't be going on the Von Karma angle yet. I should simply be working on the it wasn't Edgeworth angle. But I don't know what could be the thing that is out of place there. Maybe one is that, like, where did the gun come from? Like, he said that it fell at his feet and he threw it. Where did the gun come from? I'd assume it dropped from Yanni Yogi's pocket. Because, you know, he looked like a security guard. He says he's a bailiff, but I'm not sure what a bailiff is. Like 100%, I have to admit. I'm not sure what that is. I know a bailiff is a guy who works in court, but is he like a security guard or something? Would he have a gun? I don't know. Truth be told, if you came up to me on the street like, "Hey, Minsk, what's a bailiff?" I'd be like, "Oh, bailiff. That's what Chikorita evolves into. Yeah, and then it evolves into Meganium. Really good Pokemon. Really like it." So that's about as much expertise as I have on that subject. Oh boy. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so maybe the gun wouldn't drop from Mr. Yogi's pocket. Maybe that is. We'll see. Like, I shouldn't fixate, once again, I shouldn't fixate on one single thing that, I should try to keep along with, soak in everything for now, and then try to commit to something once we've done what we can to soak. Soak.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Ah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Oh, you know what's cool there that I like? I like that the judge this time wasn't like,
Well, I see no reason to question this testimony. It seems all good. Let's just lock him up.
Like, he's actually being like, let's go through the cross-examination, which is like, is he starting to believe in us, you think? Like, he's like, yeah, maybe Phoenix can pull something out? Anyway, I like that, even if it's small, that vote of confidence. I appreciate it, Judge. Thank you. Let's get in there. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's start with the process, of course, before I start chucking down the evidence. If I indeed should do that. So first about the trial that his father was doing. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Oh, this might actually be super important. Right. Let's see if Von Karma can remember that. I bet he's gonna be like,
I have prosecuted 500,000 cases. I cannot possibly remember a single one.
I'm gonna guess that's his angle in a second. We'll see.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
Yeah. Truth be told, I can't really fight him on this. It makes sense. Yeah, he has a long and illustrious career. So yeah, he probably can't pull it on that short notice. Maybe if he went to records, but the game probably won't let us go that deep. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Oh yeah, of course, the whole thing, the reason for the animosity between the two. That was the same day? Okay. Makes sense in, law of narrative conservation. Makes sense that those events would be on the same day. Maybe a bit of a big coincidence in reality. Unless he was so freaking mad that he went and killed Edgeworth on that very same day that he got marked. Interesting. Let's carry on.
As we were to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help,
we get to the fight between the two adults in the room? In the elevator, but I was just thinking, can you describe an elevator as a room? I guess you can? Anyway, let's ask about that. What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then...
Here comes the big one. This is, like I was saying earlier, this is the one thing initially that I feel might be the thing that Phoenix was saying was off. Let's go. What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's.
Well, okay. On one hand, go me for, seeing the obvious explanation for where the pistol came from. But too bad that was not the line of questioning of that's the thing that doesn't make sense. Darn. Okay.
The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
Alright, you picked it up and you threw it, because you wanted to stop the fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze.
And the next thing you heard was a gunshot and a scream. The gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream.
The scream. It was a terrible scream, I remember it to this day. So that was highlighted, so is that the discrepancy? Discrepancy? Disco-pancy? Like, it doesn't look like he's, like, shot in the throat or something that would stop him from shouting. Wait a goddamn minute. Oh my god, it's so good that I look at these pictures every once in a while, because there's always something in them. Admittedly, this one's a little harder to pin, but that bullet hole is in a weird place. Right there? In the window like that? In fact, it's in a super weird place because, what the goddamn minute, it was taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Hold the goddamn second, that's the discrepancy, the disco-pancy. Oh my god, but how do I pin this? You guys, if the bullet was shot from inside the elevator and sunk in Edgeworth Sr.'s heart, there's no way it could put that hole in the glass. But there can't be two shots either, because he only remembers one shot going off. Edgeworth, you know? Oh my god, so there can't have been like a second bullet that put the hole in the glass either. And, the bullet can't be a magic bullet that went through Edgeworth, smashed through the window, and then pinged back into him. Obviously, that can't be the explanation. So he got shot from outside the elevator. Right? Oh my god, but how do we bring that up, though? That's the other problem. That's the adventure game problem, is how do we deal with the syntax of the game? Because, you know, I would just be like, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. But we can't really do that, can we? So we're just gonna have to play with the game for now. Let's go. To this day?
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and quick. Okay, here's the problem. Yeah, I just worked out... You know, I worked out this whole business right here. I worked out this problem, but how do I apply it to these? How do I apply it? It's not going to be any of this stuff here, probably not. So it's got to be with these three items, but which one do I throw down and where? Let's think very carefully. I don't think there's any point in using items on any of these early ones, because these ones we know are facts. The problem is the bullet and who fired it, so it's like at this point that we can start like using clues. So we can write off the first few clues, but okay. I wanted them to stop fighting. A single gunshot and then a scream. We could put down the picture here because the picture was kind of evidence of two gunshots. You know, there would have to be two gunshots to make that situation. But they kept harping on the scream, so... I'm gonna put the picture down here and see what happens. The music cut out, and that is music to my ears, ironically. That usually is a good sign in these games, it seems. Well, this game, you know. Maybe they stopped being so obvious with it in later Phoenix Wrights, but in this one, they've always been like, ooh, music cuts out, something important is about to happen. Maybe they'll do fake outs in later Ace Attorneys. I hope they do, so it's less obvious that the music cuts out, but then it's just like, no, that evidence doesn't make any sense, right? Anyway. So, there was only one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Take a look at this. Dare I say it? Look at this photo. Okay, that joke has been driven to the ground throughout this playthrough. My apologies. We'll just not do it this time. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. And in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Even Phoenix is being professional here, calling him Mr. Edgeworth. I guess you gotta. That's how trials work, yeah? No.
Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. But what do you mean a contradiction?
Just as I thought. The judge is clueless. As always. Oh, that's great. Even the game is now throwing shade at how the judge has to be walked through every damn thing. I mean, I get it. Like, I've talked about why it's probably better for the game that it's like this. But still, like, it is true that, man, this guy is a little bad at his job at times. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Man, I can't believe another just lucky break where I was like looking for something and finally that little detail in the picture stuck out to me. What a lucky break. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear one gunshot? Let's see what the Von Karma does. Was he prepared even for this? We'll see.
This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made?
Oh, come on. The idea that this place is such a gangland that they'd have an elevator with an obvious bullet hole in it in operation.
It might have been there before the incident occurred.
Yeah, right. What kind of grim 80s action buddy cop movie version of a world is this supposed to be in where crime is that rampant that someone just shoots up the courthouse? Are you crazy? Actually, this is kind of a movie world, so I guess I don't think they're gonna go for that, but
if it was there before, it has nothing to do with this incident. Mr. Wright, do you have proof that this bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident?
Do I? I don't know. You know, there's one thing that does come to mind. If there was a bullet hole in the elevator window, they wouldn't have trouble with the oxygen, but do I have proof of that? I'm gonna try yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible!
No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Oh, that's kind of funny.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident?
Is it this bullet? It's not gonna be anything here, obviously. So, is it just gonna be this bullet? It's also the fact that Von Karma's not expecting anything, and he can't be expecting this because he doesn't know about this evidence. I'm gonna put this one down, but though I don't see how how this links.
Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us this ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked.
I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor.
Not meaning any harm and not doing any harm are two different things, Mr. Wright. Try again, Mr. Wright. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident?
God damn, that's a hit in my noggin. Okay, the file on the DL6 incident, maybe? It talks about them running out of air? Ooh, this looks good. God damn. Yeah, okay. My bad. Probably should have seen that this was the safer bet. Because, you know, I said it myself. I'm not sure how the bullet would be linked to that bullet hole in the picture. But, yeah, this is good. Good. Let's go. I'm guessing it might be something else. We'll see. But I'm guessing it has to do with the whole air thing. But let's see where this goes. Your Honor, the answer is in this file.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence. Unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page shows a link between this bullet hole and the DL6 incident?
Oh, shit. I'm thinking it's either Yanni Yogi running out of air or the case summary where they're all oxygen deprived. Oh, that's not good.
Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again.
Looks like that was not the right answer. The good thing is I can't lose on this one because I'm gonna get the right one, but I'm gonna... If I could avoid... Oh, I gotta do this again? Okay. Alright. I could avoid one unnecessary burn on me if I can pick the right one. Suspect data, let's go. No! Oh, that's so bad. I'm down to just 2 strikes now. Oh. Okay, this time the game got me. I'm sorry. I don't see how... yeah. The victim data. I just can't remember the victim data. I wish you could read this whole thing somewhere again and again so I have a clearer idea. But I don't know how this does it, but... Let's look at it then. No, I wish I could have avoided at least one more strike there. Now I'm down to just 2 HP. Well, 4 HP if you use the counter, but since they tick off 2 per mistake, yeah. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Really? I completely forgot that detail. See, is there really no way to, like, read this thing? Wait, oh my god, there is a way to... Oh my god, I'm such an... This is embarrassing. This is not the game's fault at all. This is me being a complete putz. I've completely forgotten to look at this. So, let's read this whole damn thing now, just so no more of these surprises happen to me. Oh yeah, okay. Everything relating to the screw-ups with this file is entirely earned by my idiocy. Yes, but I did not notice that check button there relating to the file. Oh my god, yeah, wow. Oh well. I'll pull through, don't worry. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Victim data: defense attorney, trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with his son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. There you go, right. Yeah, there. Probably would have maybe picked up on that, yeah. Yanni Yogi, court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths, memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. And that's where I would have gotten the Polly thing, but idiot that I am, I didn't realize to check here, and when the Polly thing came up last episode, I was just like, maybe they talked about it previously and I completely forgot. No, it was my own foolishness for not doing my homework and reading this. Is there any other check that I should be aware of at this point, just in case? No, we know about the map and the picture, so that's all good. Can't check this. Alright, but hey, now we are wiser, so if this comes up again, I'm not going to fall prey to this tomfoolery anymore on my part. Alright.